What's going on, guys? It's Barney here. So basically for me it's holiday at the moment and it's 1 week. Today it's the second day of my holiday and I'm already fucking bored. So I thought to myself, what's the cause of it? What I used to do in the holiday was just sitting in my chair and play video games all day with my friends, and until my parents started complaining like stop going for the PC, and then I turned to my console, like my Game Boy or my DS, and play fucking Pokemon all day or something like that. Okay, to be fair, it wasn't that bad. Like I wasn't playing all day, but like as much as I could. And I used to go to some friends and do some other shit, but hey, I still played a lot of fucking video games. So back to the point, I'm having a holiday from university and I'm not used to it. I was like doing things for university every day. I just want to get my first year in 1 year, the amount of points I need to get. And I was like, what should I do with my life? I can't go back to my parents' place because I work at the supermarket 3 times a week, so I have to be there. And all of my friends are back in my hometown, so I'm just bored here in the city. And also, I just don't feel like playing video games all day. The only games I play at the moment are League of Legends, CSGO, and occasionally Rocket League. Don't get me wrong, these games are good as they are right now, but of course they aren't in perfect shape at the moment, or maybe they are. But hey, still, there's some pretty good games. No disrespect to those games. So, when I was younger, my life goal was to play as much video games as I could. Okay, this might be a bit over exaggerated, but I still love playing video games. Now I have time to fucking do that shit, and I don't want to play all day long. What the fuck is wrong with me, right? So, what do all these games I play have in common? Exactly. These are all competitive games. Competitive games are great, in my opinion. But sometimes you're just fucking done with it, you know? Sometimes there are big jerks in the game, which pisses me off, but that's not the point right now. In competitive games, I'm just working my ass off to play as good as I want. But sometimes you're so done with it and you just want to play some casual shit, you know? Just goofing around, I don't know. And with CSGO, I find it in playing some casual games like Arms Race or surfing or whatever, no stress. And with League, I'll just play some custom games with my friends or goof around in a normal game. But after an hour of this, I'm already done with it. So, what's my point exactly? I can't play video games all day long anymore, and hey, that isn't bad or something. I'm just missing the feeling of wanting to play video games all day, even though I couldn't. And I'm sure a lot of you have that feeling right now as well. Do you know all those people who remembered the first game they played and how much fun they had with it? I do know some, but I don't fucking remember which game I played for the first time when I was going onto a PC. It was probably a game for kids and stuff, and I remember playing Freddy Fish. It was a great game back in the day, but it still wasn't the first game I played. I do know the first game I enjoyed playing so much, and that was Pokemon. So I have my Game Boy Advance and still have it at the moment. I don't even know how I got it anymore. But I got Pokemon Sapphire with it, so I played the game so fucking much until I got Pokemon Emerald for Christmas. I was so hyped to get that game, and I finally got it on Christmas. So when I got my Emerald, I still have the cartridge, and it's like I had one file on it, and I still have it. It's like 300 hours or even more on the file. I don't know how I did it, but I have like 10 Pokemons of level 100, so I honestly enjoyed playing it. I loved grinding the game and stuff, and I can't do that right now anymore. I even remember one of my New Year's Eves. I was just playing Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne with a friend of mine, which I always go to on New Year's. I even was celebrating New Year's last year with him and a couple of other friends. And I remember playing the custom maps in the game till like 5 minutes before it was 12 o'clock. And then we did the fireworks to spook the fuck out of the ghosts, which apparently is the purpose of doing that in the Netherlands. And then we just went back playing till 3 in the night to finish the custom map. I even remember going to some relative, and with my parents, I didn't know that relative, or I didn't even know if it was a relative or something like that. But I took my laptop with me, played some Warcraft 3 on it, and just did it all night, just because I was fucking bored and I was fucking enjoying the game. And that went on for a bit. I played some other games in the meanwhile, like RuneScape, Habbo Hotel for the people who know it, until I got into high school. So there was this one guy, and he didn't look like someone I would be friends with. And one of my friends in high school, which I met in the first week, like on the first day already, he was befriended with that guy. And he said he was a pretty cool guy. So in the end, I end up talking to him, and he actually was a cool guy. But so for some reason, he wanted to show me the game Battlefield Heroes, the game he was addicted to. I always had to go with him to the store to buy pay-safe cards for the game. You know, we go to a PC and install Battlefield Heroes. The internet was quite fast on school, and he shows me the game. My reaction to it was, "What a fucking shit game! Let's just go back to the canteen or something." This happened in like 2009. That was my first year in high school. And 1 year later, in the summer holidays, one of my better friends, who lives near me, wanted to show me a game. He booted up his laptop and he clicked on the Battlefield Heroes icon. And I already said like, "Oh no, are you also into that game?" I told him it was a terrible game and he should stop playing it. But in the meanwhile, like 2 weeks later, I didn't really play that much with the friend anymore because he was playing Battlefield Heroes. So I was getting curious as well. He was playing only Battlefield Heroes. And since we weren't playing any RuneScape or something together anymore, I tried it out and I actually immediately fell in love with the game. Like many of you did, probably. And then we all saw it slowly falling down and down and down till it was closed. And I already quit the game like a year before it got closed. I don't know. So I ended up quitting Battlefield Heroes because of that friend which I always go to on New Year's. That's one of the reasons. Like, he said he had found the most fun game ever. The only reason we shouldn't play it was that we would lose our lives, as he called it. And it was true. I lost my life in that period. I fell in love with League of Legends. It was a really addicting game. And now I have been playing it for over 3 years and I'm sort of done with it. You know, you've almost seen everything which exists in the game. And, you know, I still like the game, but not playing it 8 hours a day or something like that. It's just too much. Like 1 or 2 games and I'm done with it, and I'll play it tomorrow or in a week or whatever. It's time for a new game in my mind. So, and the game I'm hoping for, I will be falling in love with, is Renegade Line, and that's maybe a hope for all of you who are watching this. And the thing I will be scared of is that I will try my best so much to get the highest rank that I end up not enjoying the game anymore. So that's why I'm here trying to suggest some casualty in the Renegade Line. So please make a casual game mode next to the competitive game mode, one that we can goof around in, maybe something like arms race or gun game or whatever you want to call it. Just make something casual next to it so people will stick to the game to actually have fun in it instead of being the best in it. Being the best in it is one of the ways to make your game great, but also to keep it fun next to being the best in it. So because some people try their asses off just like me, just to get the highest rank as possible, and that's also a sort of fun thing to do, but it's nice to mix things up, you know? So this wraps up the video, guys. This YouTube channel has grown to almost 50 subscribers without even being the game being out. I am talking about Renegade Line, of course. Please share this video if you recognize yourself in it, or maybe even one of your friends, or even with all your BFH friends, or even the people on Renegade Line right now. And I'll see you guys in the next video.